Hey everyone, and welcome back to my countdown to Halloween. So today is day 23, and I wanted to take today to sort of celebrate one of my favorite types of films, and that is indeed the Italian horror films, specifically the ones from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s. I think after that is sort of when they didn't really make as many anymore, unfortunately. I discovered Italian horror when I was pretty young. Probably my first introduction of it was actually not actually seeing a film, but seeing the VHS box at the store as a kid for both Zombie and The Gates of Hell. And I would look at those boxes and just be like, what are those movies all about? Because they seem so almost just something so intimidating about them that it's just like, oh, I can't wait till I'm old enough to see those. And there's so many great Italian horror filmmakers. Obviously, one of the most celebrated is definitely Mario Bava. I think really helped sort of establish sort of the Italian film market in regards to horror films. He did Black Sabbath and Blood and Black Lace and Bay of Blood, and one of my favorites, Black Sunday, which I think is absolutely amazing. And even his son went on to do a couple, Lamberto Bava, who probably is best known for doing Demons 1 and 2, but definitely the two probably most celebrated Italian horror filmmakers. Obviously going to be Dario Argento, who obviously made Suspiria, Tenebrae, and Phenomena, and I don't want to start listing them because I'll be here all day. Deep Red. I mean, it's like Suspiria is another one that was actually a gateway one for me into Italian horror. That was actually one of the first ones I saw. I think it was like Suspiria and Zombie. It was like a kind of around this. I think I saw Zombie first and then Suspiria, but those two definitely created my real love of Italian horror films. Speaking of Zombie, obviously the other one would be Lucio Fulci, who did Zombie and Gates of Hell, as I mentioned, as well as New York Ripper and The Beyond. And obviously when I say Gates of Hell, I mean City of the Living Dead, but I prefer the title Gates of Hell. And the great thing about the Italian horror films, of course, is they would just kind of go for broke. I mean, they would literally just like really go out there. And obviously you have to know how to watch them because, of course, those films were made in a way where they were post-dubbed, and a lot of times even the actors speaking in the film were actually not the voices used to dub them over. And the thing is, you can have a lot of mix because some actors, for example, would be speaking English and other actors would actually be speaking Italian, but they'd be dubbed over in English, which is why the lips wouldn't always match up. So you have to know how to watch Italian cinema. But most of the time when it came to violence and gore and everything, they would really go all out. I mean, outside of the filmmakers I mentioned, you also had other films, like some of my favorites, obviously like Burial Ground or Zombie Holocaust, aka Dr. Butcher MD. And then there were films like Torso, or if you want to go for really more extremes, obviously like Cannibal Holocaust and Cannibal Ferox and Anthropophagus. I think I'm pronouncing that right, Or of course you even got like the really super cheesy ones. I mean, I've seen one of my favorite filmmakers in regards to the more cheesy ones is definitely Bruno Mattei. Probably two of his most famous ones, Hell of the Living Dead, which actually borrows a lot from Dawn of the Dead in many ways, but also Rats Nights of Terror, which actually I would probably argue maybe his best film. But I could sit here all day and talk about Italian horror films because I absolutely love them. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, but I absolutely love them. So I'm even wearing my Fulci Lives t-shirt today. So if you are into Italian cinema, definitely tell me some of your favorites. Be back here tomorrow for my next one in the countdown to Halloween. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.